Welcome back to Politricks Watch. This is JLP. Now today I'm going to talk about the multi-billion-dollar funeral industry in Ireland. This video is the warm-up for the video I'm going to drop on Such Man. This is the warm-up to the video for Such Man. Not that one, but the other one. The one that helped get rid of a whole heap of Jamaicans. Illegal cremations, burn them body, nobody can find them. Tell about him that Rajic video. But he wasn't left alone. Him burn for him favorite criminals them. Him favorite big wigs them. When them want last the body them forever and ever and ever. Him them link. For him be there Sunday. Tell him to look out feet, I wanna look out feet too. We talk about all some people. Remember the youth name Nick Photo Works and all them people. Enough people in Jamaica, they must last forever. Of course, no one care about the popular one them. But we're going to still go fight. Today we talk about the industry will make people like him turn in a superstar. Suppose me tell you say Jamaicans spend more money on funerals than the government itself spend on the Ministry of Health. The Jamaican people outspend the government itself. Yeah, that's a line I tell, right? Because me always tell them about the funeral thing. And then some numbers come out after me talk about it, and either wanna go on like on a seat or them time don't know what. John what dog, I really think of that talk. Because apparently me just make up things for fun. So when them finally see some of them things say a quote unquote real news, then John what dog, a real thing. Real thing? I must see the Sizzler album. Jamaicans spend more on funerals than we spend on delaying people from getting said funerals. Cause I can only delay it. Of course you know say everybody will eventually dead. But we are talking about early grave. Enough Jamaicans are going down in an early grave. And when you really break it down, when you look on the when you look on the main causes of death in Ireland, you will see say them fall under 3 categories. Or at least tied to 3 things. Food, alcohol, and badness. Right. Majority of the health conditions where people dead from can be tied to the type of food they might eat, alcohol consumption, and badness. When people start break down the diabetes and the hypertension, and start break down the this and the heart conditions, a lot of these things, the origins is in the food. And next to it fall under the alcohol, which by the way, I know so no love on the liquor, I know say no Jamaican of course. Well, all alcohol my bad mind now. We don't want to accept it or not. Alcohol more dangerous than the gun itself. Alcohol related deaths. Right. Check Uncle Sam place. People actually collect data on things like this. You will see alcohol related deaths higher, right, than gun deaths. Right. The only difference is everybody afraid of gun. But people like alcohol, so people just pretend like alcohol not send more man in the grave than the gun itself. Food, especially the food we are eating now, send man in the grave. Ironically, food, alcohol and badness are the things we love the most. Of course there are reasons people have sense now, so the Gaza pitbull them or the people them Barbas himself refer to as the sheep when he can't step aside. The one that kinda above you know. Because I know no. So we might try saying about enough eat food. Alright, yeah, let's go one side. Right, these are people who have reasoning ability now. Right. Yeah, that's how simple they are. Oh, so what am I saying about enough eat no food cause food? So I say these things are what Jamaicans will love the most. Think about it. What is Ironman culture? When a foreigner think about Ironman culture, what do you think about? Party, get drunk, full of belly of food till they can't even move, and chuck badness. Food, alcohol, badness. See? But yes, I might exaggerate again to get views. See the on your screen? Jamaicans spend up to $10 billion annually to send off loved ones. And the observer growing and in them talk to some of the funeral home boss them. Right. And by the way, again, we are reasoning people have sense. When funeral homes, you need funeral homes because people need to take care of bodies and then. So we're not saying, oh get rid of the funeral homes because again, as I say, I assume I talk to people who have sense. In other words, I assume I not talk to the Gaza people them. Right. But one of the people in the interview is the same man I tell about, the bright light boss, Tommy. Yeah. No surprise, Theme answer was the most ridiculous of all. I talk about, people have a higher this and higher that. That's not true. It's not that people from the high income background are spending money. You know who spend the biggest money for a funeral package? Poor people. Poor people spend the most money. Like, this is what I'm telling you, Jamaica have some of the richest poor people in the world. People who can't afford food. People tell us they can't afford lunch money for them pitney. If that pitney dead, them find $1 million fee casket. People tell us that, boy, I never stop up on this. I learn to become one technician, but I couldn't find this, some of the stop go. Right. The family couldn't send me go do this, so some of the stop go. If that same somebody drop dead, the family find $3 million bury him. In casket look like not even Queen Elizabeth funeral bossy so. All the excuses where them give when you're alive go through the window when you're dead. And if no, listen when look at YouTube and say. And if you don't fully understand and look at YouTube and say. This is our culture. Extravagance, the lavishness. And again, you can do what you want to do, just don't ball about life hard afterwards. That's my problem with this now. If Jamaicans did spend $10 billion every year on funerals and then just go about their life, fine. But when you're going to tell me that Jamaica is not the poorest country in the world and the poor people can't eat no food, but then the same poor people they must spend $1 million, $2 million on funeral. Or wear the dearest clothes, the dearest Gucci, or the dearest this and the dearest that. When the logic now add up, when the argument now add up. Check it now, man. Go to Uncle Sam place. The people them who on paper them say are the poorest people in the world are also some of the most notorious consumers of things that them don't even need, Closet full of the dearest brand, but you tell us they can't afford lunch money we send them to go to school, And the sufferation, just take a look in the closet. He have more brand in there than Elon Musk. Can't find 2,000 Jamaican dollar if making picnic up on a school trip. But he can find 2,000 US dollar if you go buy on big red boot or whatever is the latest trend. $10 billion a year. And again, if you look on the lavish funeral them, poor people have the most lavish funeral in Jamaica. Ironically, the people them who have the money for burn and dash way, for them thing normally more understated. But don't make a youth in the garrison drop out. Sometimes you drive past the funeral them and you see the entourage, you see the procession, you wonder then, I must see the great king of Zamunda that. Lord have mercy, see him all a bad man for casket now. Casket? Is there no limit to where we'll go? I'm a bad man the man for them casket. I've talked about it. I'm gonna give you some numbers. The reason why I say Jamaicans outspend even the government itself, and Jamaicans spend more money upon funerals than the government spend trying to quote unquote delay funerals. Look on your screen. I can put these numbers into perspective. We could add some context to all of this, just so you understand why $10 billion is an extraordinary figure for one industry, one thing. The health ministry was allocated $6.43 billion for the year 2023 to 2024. That call it the tax year there. 6.43 billion. That means the Jamaicans are outspend the government. We must have the health ministry supposed to try slow down the amount of people who are dead off and are going on early grave, So the ministry was set up for that. Don't even have the money to spend like where the people in Jamaica spend on a funeral. You can't make this up. How do you outspend an entire ministry? 10 billion That's billion with a B. So now I start look around the place, we start find some numbers. This is for the calendar year 2022-2023. Right, these are music one because all them in one place. That year, right, the Ministry of Health got 3.6. Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, 5.1. Ministry of National Security, well, that's 6 billion. The whole JDF get 1.5 billion. The whole JCF get 3.3 billion. Corrections or jail at 862 million. So yes, you say Jamaicans are outspending. Jamaicans budget for funeral bigger than JDF, bigger than JCF, bigger than the Ministry of Economic Growth, bigger than the Ministry of Health, bigger than the Ministry of National Security. You know, the poorest people on earth, allegedly. Theoretically. We know that's a unicorn meat. We know that's nonsense. Jamaica is nowhere near the poorest country in the world. Jamaicans think about any garrison you want to think about. And we can tell you right now off the top of my head, 50 countries and 50 places will make that look like paradise. They want you to believe that Cockburn Pen is this place where human beings are lying on the side of the road, malnourished and fly and yam them. That's rubbish. That's a narrative. Two narratives them use and push to keep Jamaica under the feet of them daddy and make Jamaicans don't want to stand up on them own 2 foot. Two of the biggest one is Jamaica is one of the poorest places in the world and Jamaica is one of the most corrupt places in the world. Those two false narratives have become ingrained in the Jamaican mind to the point where it's been accepted as fact. So much so that Jamaicans are saying we can't stand on our own and we can't build nothing for ourselves because we are the most corrupt in the world and Jamaica has become the face of poverty and corruption for the world. That is rubbish. But that's what they use, so people say, well, we can't go do this, or we can't get rid of the Privy Council, we can't get rid of the head of state of foreign because we're the most corrupt people in the world, right? We need the help and the strength. Rubbish. So when they hear about Cockburn Pen, I say them things that there's like 5,000 people lying up on the side of the road, the maggot and them. That's what they think. Them things a Laristan, nobody on a Laristan, right? People in a Laristan go all 9 days without food. Right? Just a skeleton, just like Skeletor walking around. Boardhouse and zinc fence is not unique to Jamaica. You can find them there in Uncle someplace. That's why I tell you, so they don't know the culture, they don't know what going on in the streets. We born comes to this, we live this. We know so when time a party time, Jamaicans trash out. We know so when a party time, anywhere the money come from for ear do, nails do, clothes buy, shoes buy. Bossy. That's our culture, we're bosses to people. We have to look good. No matter what it costs, it come before everything, even the them lunch money. When there is more than lunch money, we have to look good. This is how it is in life and this is how it is in death. When you send me off like the ancient king of Zamunda. Even though my entire life I lived in mediocrity. If Jamaicans say we need $1 million, right, if you go build this, nobody can find it in my family. But if that somebody drop dead, them find 3, my family thing boastier than your one. Your earth was only like 16 feet and make out of silver. Well, my earth is 25 feet. Make out of gold. That's so bossy. That's my family bigger than your one. Abi. $10 billion a year. That means that the Jamaican people by themselves can outspend the government and these ministries, you know. That means the Jamaican people themselves could have said, you know what? Where you say government, you only go spend $5 billion on Ministry of National Security. See one next $5 billion. That's how rich we are as a country. We can all throw something on it. Where's the politician boy? You only can find $3 billion things rough. Hold that tree, yeah. That's how rich we are. One of the richest poor people on earth. I saw a statistic the other day that said in Uncle Sam place, the African American community by themselves have $1 trillion spending power. Trillion. If they were a country, they would be one of the richest countries in the world. Google it if you don't believe me. Google it if you don't believe me. But it's about a base separation and poverty. It's not about if them can spend, it's about what them spend the money upon. It's not if Jamaicans can spend, it's what Jamaicans spend the money upon. It's nothing to uplift. It's nothing to develop. It's nothing to grow. Long time me and the PIA reason about this, so they don't understand. So when the symptoms and pass through and say, oh, so we ask them, man, not for buy clothes. I'm on nothing. So I'm going to say, Gaza, and the Gaza people, them, and you're every day, step aside. I'm telling you already. I'm no ancient Buddhist monk. I understand people have them things for them like and all that. Nothing is wrong if you're passionate about this and you want to spend your money on that. That's fine. But spend what you have. Because you say you don't have it, but you find it for your $1 billion funeral. The same funeral could have cost this, but you don't want that. You want the dearest package possible. Nothing is wrong if people buy what they want and lie them to the shore. But turn up on solid ground first. Build first. Build first and then take some of the scraps on the side, spend on foolishness. We're all human beings, everybody loves some kind of foolishness. But build a solid foundation. Have your solid income, multiple streams if possible. And then you can take some of the chumps, right? Take some of the scraps and spend on foolishness. That is why you can't compare yourself to billionaires and millionaires. Because you see, man, cause somebody go say, you go like say, Richard Branson a private jet. Yeah, but here's the thing. You can't watch a man private jet or a man Ferrari because him have 300 million. So if him take 1 million out of it buy one car, that is chump change to him. If you have $500 million and you take $10 million out of it, say you go buy one jet or you go buy one boat, that is chump change out of where you take. But if you just live off of your hand-to-mouth job and you already know the things tight upon you, right, and you can dig yourself down further into this to try and impress people, that's madness. Of course, you can do it if you want, but stop complaining. That's my problem. Suppose you just say, you know what, I'm in a business, we're going to do one day, so I must live my life. That's fine, stop complaining. But these people, they make these decisions and then spend the rest of their life a ball bowl life hard and we must all get around and sing Kumbaya. So it's either you have a kamikaze outlook on life and say, you know what, I'm in a business, so I live my life. Alright, so come on, mama. Right. I go buy more and buy and do more and do. That's cool. But don't come back on, boy, life hard and the economic conditions and when you dig yourself deeper in poverty. If Jamaicans made bet, if everything stay as it is, we would even need Haitian hombre. Right? Or market you for the nothing at all. Let's assume everything stay as it is, but the Jamaican people just simply spend money better. Jamaica would be in a better position. As a nation and as a people. But no one hear that. We love feel like victim. We love cry and bawl and kumbaya. When you have a kamikaze outlook on life, $10 billion on a funeral, the poorest people in the world, outspending the government itself, and that's us funeral. Show how much they spend on hair and nails and clothes and boot. Show how much they spend on party. At the party one we really want to see, you know. How much Jamaicans spend on party? I tell you already. Food, alcohol, badness. Right. Party, get drunk, name till your belly bust, right? Chuck badness, dead and go jail. To be honest, no fighting them what we eat right now as a people, not even dog will figure them sitting there. I talk about the ingredients them in them. Right. I know what the worst thing, everything go bad for you. Nice. So the worstest food tastes the best. Alcohol, people drink and get nice. Alcohol is one of the worst things they can put in their body. Badness, you already know about that. Right. Everything with the worstest thing them. Like sweetest, you know. And the worstest thing them the culture promote. I tell you already, if people hear about gun, oh my god, we need to make sure because the gun is the dangerous and the gun is the dangerous. Meanwhile, everywhere you go, you see that liquor brand and that liquor brand and that food brand and that food brand and then kill way more man than gun. But that's another day still because they don't know, obviously no bad mind them. Bad mind everything. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Vulture squad, see you circling. Bless.